Tea partiers hoping to make a big change in the country's direction this November are against big government. But less well known is their skepticism of big corporations, at least those with CEOs who cozy up to big government. So it comes as no surprise that our next guest sees a violation of the principles of liberty-loving Tea partiers, with GE quietly reaching a settlement with the SEC over an oil for food probe. Tom Borelli runs a shareholder activist group, and he says that GE is just an opportunistic parasite feeding on the expansion of government. And he's even started a petition calling for the resignation of GE CEO Jeff Immelt. Tom, clearly you have no views on this.
None at all. None whatsoever.
Why? I mean, is this a little extreme, calling for the resignation? Why? Come on.
Let's first start.
$24 million, fine.
This is a business show, first of all. So let's start with the business. Ever since GE, Immelt has been on the GE's board, the stock has gone from about 41 down to about 16.
I got no argument with that.
Okay, so it's a lousy investment, and he's cut the dividend. So then worse than that, to insult the non-shareholders, he's lobbying with Obama for big government. Cap and trade, the $787 billion stimulus. He steered money to his utility customers. I mean, it's an outrage on both financial and also...
Well, he is on that economic recovery board, but he did get in trouble in Rome for some rather off-the-cuff comments.
He might have too much
bashing the president and some of the policies.
Something must have slipped out.
It's not like he's Mr. President right now, though.
Oh, no, but he's still there. And, you know, he's lobbying for big government. And if the board of directors aren't going to take control in this world of it's too big to fail, it's time for we the people to send a message. That's why we have a petition on bigbusinesswatch.org to get that out there so people can sign a petition, and we the people need to take on some of these CEOs.
So you're mad about a lot of things, not just this settlement with the SEC regarding an oil. You're just thinking that's the latest.
That's the latest one. Last year they settled with the SEC over cooking the books, where they actually boosted earnings in order not to disappoint Wall Street, And then there's also concern that Immelt might have been misleading the public in 2008 during the Wall Street meltdown.
Well, a lot of people don't understand that, you know, somebody once described it, GE is a hedge fund that happens to make light bulbs.
Right.
GE
used to.
Yeah, GE, and Winchester, my hometown, is where they closed the last factory, put a bunch of people out of work. That GE was basically sort of playing some of the financial games that a lot of the banks were, but did not get criticized for it, perhaps because of a relationship.
Right. Yeah. And
you obviously would agree with that.
No, absolutely. They've been getting special treatment. Even look at the fine in the oil for food. They got $18 million in profit, and they were fined $23 million. That's only $5 million penalty. It looks like special treatment from Washington, because let's face it, Immelt is carrying Obama's water on cap and trade, on renewable energy, and he's got his own network to promote all these issues for Obama.
Do you believe that you can get something on a proxy?
Oh, we have in the past, and we tried last year. They beat us with their lawyers.
It's hard.
It's very hard, but we'll be back.
Plus, you've got huge mutual funds that may be swayed to go one way or don't want to get caught up in it. But if the losses continue, Tom, they're going to get angry. It doesn't matter what your views on Jeff are. If the stock goes from 40 to 16, nobody's happy.
He shouldn't have a job. In what world does someone destroy more than half the value of whatever you're involved with? If you're playing baseball, if you're playing football, whatever it is, you're held accountable. For some reason, Immelt seems to be above the law, and it's us to remind him that we the people have had enough.
Well, I would disagree with you on that, because we could probably, and I don't have them off the name, we could probably right now point to a lot of companies where half the market cap's been wiped out in the last 5 years.
Well, yeah, but they're also not harming the rest of the country by lobbying for big government. And don't forget, they also lobby for an earmark. They just got a jet engine, a redundant jet engine that even Obama, big spender Obama, didn't want. So it seems like they can do about anything that they want with their budgets.
So what do we do with GE then?
Well, I think.
But what about should any company CEO be on the president's economic recovery board? Because the president is also criticized for not having business people in his administration. Right. So it's sort of a catch-22, right?
Well, the whole issue is about special treatment. And if you're going to be on the economic advisory board, then you shouldn't be getting special treatment. If you get caught, if you settle with the SEC, it shouldn't be for a whopping $5 million over what you made. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's an insult. Look what they did to Goldman Sachs. They didn't settle with Goldman Sachs. They punished Goldman Sachs only to settle for a huge amount. So why is GE getting this special interest? And that's why we the people have to take it to Mr. Immelt and remind him that he's not above the law. He's like everybody else. If you're bad at your job, you should go bye-bye.
But not with an airplane emergency chute.
Or the beer.
Tom, we'll take the beer. That's fine. Tom Borelli, thank you very much.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,